Okay, is it working? Okay, I think it's working. Alright, hi everybody. So I'm going to try and demonstrate a new feature in ArcPro. It's called Layer Blend, and it basically will merge multiple layers together so you can see, you don't have to use transparency like we used to typically use. So I'm going to show you, I'll start off with like the old way to do it, which is making layers transparent so you can see through them to the layer below, and then I'll show you a couple new tricks. So here's my screen, and I have, let me turn off my hill shade, and I'll zoom back out a little bit. Okay, so this is just a county that I'm working in up in Pennsylvania right now, and if I turn on, here's my typical, I've got my geology layer. Okay, hopefully you can see that, and I don't have any transparency on that. And then I can turn on my hill shade, so that'll be underneath. You want to keep it in the similar order. You want your imagery on the bottom, hill shade on top of that, and then any soil lines, geology layers above that. So what I can do, and I'll take my geology, you highlight the layer, you go up to appearance up here, and I'm going to find my transparency little icon, and it's at 0% right now. So what I can do is I hit the drop down button, I can slide this guy over, and I'll make it like 40% transparent roughly. See how that looks. Okay, I think it's loading. Oh, I did the wrong one. Let's try that again. There. So about 40%. So I'll zoom in, I'll show you kind of how that looks. And I think you guys have all seen this before. So now if I turn off the geology layer, now I'll try making the hill shade transparent. You can see what that looks like. So again, I click on my hill shade, I go up to appearance, I go to transparency, and I go to, let's do like 40% again. Maybe a little more, 50%, how about that? Okay, so here we go, I can really start seeing the landforms pop out. And I can add my geology layer back into that. I gotta get rid of this one. I'm gonna remove that. Okay, there we go. So now I should be able to see the geology, hill shade, and behind it, the imagery. But everything gets a little bit blurred, if you notice, behind it, because the layer above it masks it, or whatever you want to call it. So now I will show you the new method, and you need ArcPro 2.7 or above to use this. So now I'm going to click on my geology. I'm going to go back up to appearance and get rid of my transparency, go to 0, and go to my hill shade. Same thing, I'm going to get rid of my transparency. So now, but on hill shade, I'm going to turn off geology. Hill shade, I'm going to use this layer blend option, and I'm going to hit the drop down right here. And you got a bunch of options. You got normal, lighting, darkening, comparison modes, divergent, and I've found these work pretty well under divergent modes. So I'll start off, I'll show you overlay. And I haven't touched the world imagery layer. So overlay, it's pretty subtle. You can see the hillshade kind of almost within that imagery layer. So now I'll show you, same thing, go back to layer blend. I'll show you hard light. I like this one quite a bit. It gives it more of like a contrast with the lighting behind it. So I can see right through this hillshade layer. But you can see everything, the landforms and the shapes and the slopes and all that good stuff. So what if I turn on my geology on that? And I'm going to click on geology, go up to appearance, layer blend, and I'm going to hit, I'll try overlay on the geology one, see what that does. So can you see that? It's a little like bright, kind of harsh. So maybe I'll try, let's try soft light. There we go, that's a little better. So see if I zoom out. Looks pretty good. Better than the transparent. And let me show you a couple other modes. So I'll turn off my geology again. Okay, and then I will go click on the hillshade again and go back to layer blend. And I'll show you linear light. This one's like very bright, but it pulls out all the little all the hillshades really well. So say I want to find a drainageway or creek, and I'm going to zoom in. There we go, there's a good one. Zoom in down there. Hopefully you can see this. There, look at that. It's beautiful. And do I have my, here's the soils layer. I'll show you, overlay soils on top of this. So you can really see where the lines should line up along the edge of the landforms there. So it's a good tool to help you for mapping purposes and update mapping purposes and eval projects and all sorts of stuff like that. So hopefully that was just a quick little demo, and I hope it works for you. Okay, I'm going to try and stop recording here. Let's see.